Hello, I'm Alexandra and welcome back to my channel. I am currently doing 30 videos and 30 days to celebrate the fact that I'm turning 30 this month. And today's video is the most frequently abandoned books according to Goodreads. So a couple of months ago, I believe, Goodreads came out with a list of most frequently abandoned books. So basically, books people could not finish. And I was like, this is gonna be fun. Let's talk about them. First, we'll go through some of the books I have not read. So we have The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. I haven't read that, but from what I've seen from people around me, they said that this book was very not good. Then we have the I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'll put it here. Subtle. There's my assistant telling me how to pronounce things, but The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Not gonna pronounce that name, by Mark Manson. Then American Gods by Neil Gaiman. I don't know how to pronounce that name either. IQ or 1Q84 by Haruki Murakami. I've never read any books by this writer and I don't think I will. Then we have The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman again. Then Dune by Frank Herbert. People have told me that it's very boring, so I don't think I will read it either. And also I think it's a very thick book, so maybe that's why people could not finish it. Then we have a book I love to hate, A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I realized I own that book, but I didn't put it here, so it's kind of funny. Anyways, yeah, where can I start with this book? It's very much focused on sexual violence. There's a rape scene every 2 chapters, and it was unnecessary, and I hated reading that book. So, and also I feel like maybe people have abandoned that book because they watched the TV show and they were like, let's read it, but it's not that good. Anyways, I'm not surprised that this book people could not finish. Okay, I finished it, but I shouldn't have finished it. Then we have a book I love, Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. I get why people do not finish this book. It's very long, very historically dense, but I love it. And kind of sad that people do not finish that book. I think it's worth it. Anyways, so yeah. Then we have 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. I get, again, it's dark romance, I guess, with a bunch of, you know, everybody knows that, but I understand why people do not finish this. It's also on the verge of rape, I would say, so I get that. Then another book I haven't read, it's Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clark. Okay, anyways, I haven't read that and I know nothing about this book. Then we have a very, very thick book, Anna Karenina by Tolstoy. I'm not surprised, again, it's very big and not accessible. It's very hard to read, but so worth it. Like, I love this book. But yeah, I get why people put it down. It's very, yeah. Then we have Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. I haven't read that and I'm not interested, so I have nothing to say. Then a book that I kind of sad people put down is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. I think it's one of the best thrillers I have ever read. It's so good and I loved it and I do recommend reading it, but I guess it's very thick too, so maybe people are just afraid of big books. I don't know. Very good. Then we have Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov. I get why people put this down, but I think it's important to read, but you know, I get it. Then we have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Again, I think it's because of the writing that people put this down. They watch the movie and they're like, oh, that would be nice to read, but it's a hard book to read. The level of English is very hard, especially if you don't speak English as your first language. But it's a very good book. It's worth it, but it's hard to read. Then we have, I'm surprised, but The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. I don't know why people would put this down. I think it's very good. The writing is good, the story is good, everything. So I'm very surprised. I guess maybe it's dark. It's too dark for people and not that simple to read, but at the same time, I don't know. maybe people go into books with different expectations and they just decide to put it down when it doesn't feel like they want. I don't know. But anyways, should read that. Very good. Then we have Life of Pi by Jan Martel. I remember reading this when I was young, but I can't find my copy and I don't really remember what the book is about. So did I read it? I don't know. Anyways, then we have 1984 by George Orwell. This is a very long book. I think it was very boring. He has written Animal Farm, which I think is way better than this, so I get why people put this down. Then we have another classics. People are usually afraid of classic. Wuthering Heights or Les Hauts du Hurlevent by Emily Bronte. This is very dark and very dense and very hard to read, so I get why people do not finish this. Anyways, then we have Moby Dick. Is that how we pronounce? I don't know. By Herman Melville. I read this. It's very long, very boring, and not worth to read, so put it down before you reach the end because it's not worth it. Then Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I watched the movie before reading that book and the book is very boring. Very, very boring. It's the same thing as the movie but just slower paced and it's kind of big. 500, almost 600 pages. It's not worth it, so I get why people put this down. But yeah, these are the most frequently abandoned books according to Goodreads, and some of them I get, some of them I don't, but it's part of reading life. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you want to follow along for the rest of the month, please subscribe and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!